The following podcast is a Dear Media production.
Welcome to the Endless Honeymoon podcast. No video edition because Natasha, you've got a huge goiter on your nose. Is that what was going on?
I've been to Switzerland and I got some work done.
Right. Natasha got some, I would say...
Blephs. Bleph surgery? Is that what it's
What's
called?
What's that?
Blephs? Upper bleph? Bleph or bleph? It's like the eyelid, I think.
Oh, because I know that you got your buccal fat removed and you look like, do you remember, I don't know if the listeners remember Beast from Beauty and the Beast, the television program. Natasha looks a lot like Beast at this point.
My friend Chip Pope, who's very funny, he said that he was at a bar in England and this group of guys came up to him and one of them was like, "You got turkey teeth, mate."
What's turkey teeth?
Like you've been to Turkey to get all veneers. And he just has like a nice smile.
Have I ever talked to you about the time that I think I must have, that you sent me to your special dentist? You used to go to a strip mall dentist. Have I told this story already?
A dentista.
A dentista. You used to go to the strip mall dentist, and I wanted my teeth cleaned.
That guy still calls me on my birthday.
Well, that guy came in. I must have told this story before. But he came in and he was like, "Oh, okay, well, you're going to need to get full veneers." I go, "Oh, yeah, I'm not interested. That's not what I'm...
so rude.
I'm not here for full veneers."
You needed a cavity fill.
I'm not here for full veneers. Just need a quick checkup and a teeth cleaning. He's like, "Yeah, but you're in the industry. You're going to need full veneers." I go, "Yeah, I'm not. I don't want that." He goes, "Okay." He walks out. I wait for 20 minutes in the office. Another lady comes in, a new lady. I've never met her. She's like, "So doctor told me you're looking for full veneers." I go, "No, I'm not. I don't want full veneers."
Listen, I think you've told this story before, but it's worth repeating.
Don't go to a dentist in a mall.
You have beautiful teeth, honey.
I don't have beautiful teeth.
It's good for character acting.
What,
are you like a leading man or do you
I'm not
play
a leading
characters?
man, but I wouldn't... You're saying I have character actor teeth? You got character actor teeth, mate. All right, now listen. Let's get off my teeth. Although I have thought about, I have a little. I'm actually a pretty successful actor right now. The truth is, can't really say, but I am on the upcoming season of a show that just swept the Emmys. Swept it.
How many lines did you have the other day?
And it's not the studio. I had a lot of lines. Thank you, Natasha. It just happened that.
Did you have more than one?
Yes, I had one scene. I had a 3-word line.
I didn't ask how many words. That's the actor you are. You count the words. Just kidding.
You're a straight up, like a terrible person. And now that you've gotten this severe cosmetic surgery, it's nice because your insides finally match your outsides. Dude, your plastic surgeon fucked up.
Stop
if I'm being real. I love you because I've always loved you on the inside. It's never been about looks.
By the way, Moshe.
Those lips are crazy, Tosh. I can't look at you right now.
Stop it! I did not get my lips
She's
done.
got that weird... By the way, can I tell you something? At Burning Man this year, there was a lot of Russians. Like a new surge of Russians at Burning Man this year. And there was a lot of lip stuff going on. A lot of that like freshly poked lip. You know that like...
It looks so bad.
Well,
it actually looks worse if you're young.
Yes, right.
It kind of looks okay if you like didn't have that much in the looks department and then you're 60. It gives you kind of something cool.
Yeah. I had a revelation about it actually at Burning Man this year because for the longest time I thought when the gals when they have that weird half pipe look, you know, like there's a skateboarder going off their lip, kind of half pipe. I thought.
Is it called half pipe lip?
No, I just made that up.
Yeah, like because when you see it, it really gives it away too when you look to the side.
Oh,
because
yeah.
I don't think they're okaying the surgery with like looking to the side.
No, you should never be able to tell time by the shadow on the upper lip from the up curled half pipe. But I always thought that that look was an unfortunate recovery period for when your lips settle down and you look like just you got plump lip. I'm now realizing, or maybe this was always true, or maybe it's a new fad, that it's actually the fresh out of the Botox shop. Is that what it is? Is it Botox or collagen?
I don't think you put Botox in your lips.
What's the thing that makes
collagen?
Whatever it is, that look of I just got out of surgery is the look.
Yeah, like Lauren Sanchez.
It's like me when I get a fresh fade, and I'm like really feeling cock of the walk. I'm like, oh yeah, you can see, you can see the skin. That's them. They're walking out of the cosmetic surgeon. What is it called? The esthetician shop going, yeah, I look like a real.
It's called an esthetician shop.
Yeah. They're looking like, yeah, I got into a real fight with a wasp colony. It's time to go to Burning Man.
Well, listen, I've been working on a few home projects, and I have taken everything out from underneath this area, and I haven't been able to put it back. And Moshe just told me it looks a little bit like meth in our backyard.
Searing podcast
And
content.
hold
honey.
on, but I wanted to bring this to people and ask, because Moshe's saying we should throw things away, but there's some things that I want to keep.
Well, this was where the discussion began. Natasha,
And I love throwing things away.
As always happens, you live a life together and you accrue things. And then before you know it, you start to look around your living space and you're like, I feel crazy. Why? And it's because you've got an accrued stack of bullshit. And you've purchased and stacked and books and bags and
Or 3 Roombas.
Oh, you want to talk? Oh, you really want to go there?
No, I'm just saying.
No. Let's start there, actually. This would be great. This would be great.
No, I'm just saying we all do it.
Let's talk Roombas. As you may or may not know, listeners, one of my greatest pet peeves with Natasha is that she throws things away that are not hers and pretends that she thought, oh, whoops.
All wives do that.
Well, you went to a new level this time. I came home from being on the road, or maybe it was filming my multi-Emmy award-winning television program, a serious drama. And both of the Roombas were gone. And I was like, where'd the Roombas go? Where are the Roombas? And then I went outside and I was throwing stuff in the garbage. And I felt in the garbage bag that I was putting things into.
Your broken Roomba?
The booty, the rib cage of a Roomba. And I go, what? And so I write Natasha, I go, did you throw the Roomba? Because I don't want to reach into the garbage bag. I go, did you throw the Roombas away? She goes, no. I didn't throw them away. I know where they are.
They were in that bag.
I'm looking. I open the garbage bag. It's like dirty water, banana peels, sawdust.
But I knew where they were.
And then my Roomba. She threw
Two Roombas.
She threw my Roombas away, dude. And then
why do you have 2?
Because one's a mop and one's a vacuum.
And they're both broken.
No, honey, they're not. They aren't broken. You want to know how I know? I took them out of the garbage can because I'm a waste not want not type. I don't want things going to the landfill. And I put them out on the corner. Guess what? 20 minutes later, somebody swooped them up.
You gifted someone with a broken Roomba that
That's
smells
right.
like vomit? That's so awesome,
It
honey.
smells like vomit because you put it in a bag full of vomit. But anyway, I did get us a brand new combo robot vacuum mop that's coming actually tomorrow. So exciting times are ahead of us. But the point I was trying to make was that, you stack up all this stuff and you feel crazy. And you said, let's stop shopping, which is a good idea. Let's stop buying things. But more importantly, I said, we should go through and we should just start grabbing Marie Kondo style. Let's grab all our stuff, toss that shit out. And I said, like, for example, I started giving examples. I go, what about that hiking backpack that we bought our kid when she was a toddler? We took her, remember?
Right, and I want to save it for her kids.
That's what Natasha said. It was a $35 hiking backpack for
Well,
a
it doesn't
toddler.
look $35. It works.
Hold on. First of all, I bought it off of a Craigslist casual encounter on the side of the road in Los Feliz 5 years ago to take our kid to a national park trip we're going on.
And it was great.
Natasha goes, don't throw that out because we might have guests come that have toddlers. I go, you think a guest is going to come and be like, hey, we've got this toddler. Do you happen to have a backpack we could take it hiking
It's
in?
a very specific hiking backpack.
So I say that. Then she says, well, what about when our kid has kids? Our kid's 7, dude. She's 7 years old.
No, the thing that annoyed me is that you were like, oh, I'm sure in 20 years when our child has children, there'll be better inventions. And it's like, no, things are made better now. Why not save it? It works.
I said, I think perhaps our child will not appreciate the gift of a 25-year-old hiking backpack for her child when the time comes. I think there may be an upgrade in technology in backpacks.
Technology for carrying on a backpack? Like,
yeah, in 25 years when our child decides to have kids.
I disagree. I think it won't work as well.
And Natasha kept going, it's high quality. It's high quality. You know what the company is that made the backpack? I Love to Baby.
Well, I didn't know
It's
that,
like
I guess. It
it's
worked
like-
well.
It was a fine backpack for the time. Anyway, Natasha and I are in marital bliss, arguing about a lot of very fun stuff.
Listen, I think we should take a pause from our own marital spats and see what other people have to ask and how can we help.
I agree. Can I give the folks one bit of advice before we pump?
Sure.
You know, spring cleaning, not everybody does it anymore. But if you, every spring, we now have this tradition in our family. Every spring we go through with big old garbage bags and get rid of the top, the dermatological layer. Wait, what's the first layer of skin? The
Dermatitis or something?
Whatever. We get rid of our eczema. The eczema of your house. We throw it away every spring. Make a commitment to yourself.
We don't. You think we do that?
I'm about to. All right. Shall we read some readings?
Okay.
Hey, Tosh.
Yes, Moshe.
I know we've talked about it before, but it's time for me to discuss Bow! Artist at War. This movie is scintillating. It's the kind of movie that stays with you way after you watch it. It's a Holocaust story. It's a love story. It's about a prisoner in a Nazi concentration camp who was an artist and a dreamer and a man who risked everything, not only to help others escape, but to keep his love alive.
If you were moved by Schindler's List or even the bittersweet hope of Jojo Rabbit, you'll understand why Bow is different. This isn't just about what was lost. It's about what was found. The resilience of the human heart. Love, joy, humor, even moments of laughter tucked inside the most unthinkable darkness.
Bow, Artist at War, directed by the incredible Sean McNamara, opens only in theaters for a limited run beginning September 26th. Visit BAUmovie.com to watch the trailer, learn about Joseph, that's the name of the guy, and his love, Rebecca, and their real-life journey, and you can find showtimes near you.
Bow, Artist at War opens September 26th. Visit BAUmovie.com to watch the trailer and learn more, or sign up your organization for a group screening. Again, that's BAUmovie.com.
Hey, Tosh.
Yeah, Moshe.
You know, my parents are getting older, and it's like looking in a future mirror, and I'm starting to think, yes, I need function to make sure that my body stays in tip-top shape, to make sure that I am tracking my process of aging, to make sure that I stay young and healthy for a long, long time. That's why I chose function.
Inside Function, you get access to test over 100 biomarkers, from hormones, maybe you're going through perimenopause like me, to toxins, to markers of heart health, inflammation, got that too, stress, don't have that thankfully.
Thanks to Function, for an additional fee, you can also access MRI and chest CT scans, all tracked in one secure place over time. It's like a 360-degree view to better see what's happening in your body.
That's why top health leaders, people all our friends are talking about, Dr. Mark Hyman, everyone loves Andrew Huberman, Dr. Jeremy London, they're all behind Function Health.
Aging well is not about looking younger. It's about keeping the systems that matter the most in peak condition. Systems like your cardiovascular system, your musculoskeletal system. Your bone density starts to matter more and more as you get older. And, of course, as Natasha said, hormones. They influence how your aging unfolds. You need to check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Learn more and join our link. Function is a near 360 view to see what's happening in your body. Don't just wait. Don't wait for that cancer to appear. Don't wait for that all of a sudden you got that debilitating pain, get ahead of it. That's the new thing. We finally have something we can do about it. It used to just be you got old and you got sick and then you died. Like, what if you can catch things in the early stages?
Learn more and join using the link. Function, that 360-degree view, is found at www.functionhealth.com/honeymoon, or you can use the gift code honeymoon100 to get a $100 credit toward your membership. Sign up today and own your health. Here's a letter from a listener.
Dear Endless Honeymoon, I love my dog, but she is ruining my sex life.
Well, you got to stop fucking that dog.
She's extremely whiny and attached to me, and whenever my partner and I try to hook up, she refuses to stay out of the room. If we lock her out, she claws at the door and cries so loudly that it's impossible to focus. If we let her stay in, she plants herself at the foot of the bed or off to the side of the room and just stares at us the whole time, which feels deeply unsettling. It's gotten to the point where we joke that she's our chaperone, but honestly, it's not funny anymore. We've tried locking her out of the room and playing music, but she's louder. I don't know what's weirder, her sitting there watching or the sound of the screaming outside the door. I've thought about putting, I was going to say I thought about putting her down. I've thought about putting her in the car, but that's kind of an ordeal. And I think I just feel sad the whole time knowing she's in there. What can we do? I already know what her problem is.
You know what I know what her problem is too. It's that her dog watches her fuck.
Yeah, but she's also like, I think I just feel sad the whole time. Why? Because your dog's not watching you fuck. Your dog can sit in a car. She would feel sad. That means she's too attached to her dog is what I was saying.
Right, that she's allowing it to infiltrate her sex life in the first place. Yeah, so the idea is that the car has the air conditioning on.
Yes, I think.
That part.
Give it a bone in the car.
Give the dog a bone and give your man, take your man's bone.
Exactly.
Or weed.
Oh, you seem to think this works.
Blow some weed in your dog's face and it'll calm down. I mean, you cannot. Listen, I'm sure that's against some humane society rule. I don't smoke weed, so I've never done it. But the point is, you can't not fuck because. And by the way, what's so weird about your dog watching you fuck? Who cares? It's a dog.
Maybe you stop watching your dog when you fuck.
Right. Stop making deep eye contact with the dog while you're fucking your man.
Listen, it goes.
Put a blanket over it.
It goes. Here's the order: yourself, your man, your dog.
That's so real.
And then if you have a baby, it goes your baby, yourself, your man, your dog.
Okay, I'm going to do a new ranking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go, this is my real one.
Okay.
My child, myself, my roombas, my wife, my dog.
Okay, honey. All right.
No,
well,
I'm going to put the dog up there. I'm going to go, it goes, if you stop throwing away the Roombas, I'm going to put you up in the rankings.
Really?
Yeah.
That would be so awesome.
You
I
got a
would
real
love to get up
opportunity.
there in your rankings.
All right. Well, I think we solved it. That one seems simple. Put the dog in the freaking car or just accept the fact that your dog's going to watch you fuck. Who cares? That's the whole point of dogs. They keep secrets. You could kill a man in front of your dog and it would lick your hand the next day. You ever hear that Norm Macdonald joke about Hitler?
Mm-mm.
She's like, Hitler had a dog. There was a dog in the world when Hitler was alive that was like, I love Hitler. He's the best. He's the best guy in the world. You know, that's the thing. You can be deeply evil or nasty or fuck in front of your dog. It won't judge you. It just loves you and it wants you to feed it.
All right. Well, let's take another question.
All right. Hi, Natasha and Moshe. I've been dating my new boyfriend for about 5 months and I've told my parents almost nothing about him. I want to take things slow and introduce him when I feel ready. Last week, I finally let my guard down and told my mom his first name and the big state college that he went to. Within 12 hours, she had found him on Facebook and sent him a friend request.
Sounds like someone's mom I know.
Who?
My mom.
Is that what your mom would do?
No, that's what I would do.
Huh. Oh, you would do that to our child?
You wouldn't?
What, look up his big. First of all, you lost me a big state. I don't know what kind of white crap that is. That sounded like football. When I asked her about it, she claimed it was an accidental slip of the thumb. Even if that is true.
A slip of the thumb. I won't remember that one when I get caught.
Even if that is true, I just felt weird about it. Like, let us be. I don't want my mom inserting herself into this relationship before it even has legs. How do I get her to back off and let me do this on my timeline, not hers? You got to put her in the car with the AC on. It's that simple.
I think that people need to see therapists. I bet you that stage in a mom's life, what this girl's talking about, that must be the hardest stage. Like being a mom right now, and you know, my daughter still has to hang out with me all the time and still loves hanging out with me all the time, and also letting go, like letting them drive and date. That sounds so scary. I bet you there's like support groups and therapy, and like it just sounds so hard. Because yes, I would definitely want to research online anyway. Anyone my daughter had as a girlfriend or a boyfriend.
You would?
You wouldn't?
I've never considered it. That seems psycho a little bit. It really does.
Really?
I would like to meet the person. I'm not going to look him up on Facebook.
You wouldn't see what their vibe is online?
Maybe things will change in 25 years when she's ready for a hiking backpack for her great grandkids. But here's what I'm thinking listening to this. ULG, that's this person's name, are at a crossroads that every human being goes through. And your mother's at a crossroads too, though she does not realize it. Mm-hmm. The mother realizes it after the child realizes it. And it's right at about this age when you're in college, when you are fully transitioning into self-autonomy adulthood, and your mother still thinks of you as her child. My mom still resents me for not kissing her on the lips, right? And I'm like, for years, I was like, that is so creepy. And then I met my daughter, and I'm like, oh, now I get it. They think of you as this baby that they can have around, and they have to hang out with them. And you say, give me kissy, and they give you a kiss. And the idea of being rejected in any way to a parent is so foreign to them because they wiped your ass and they know they brought you into the world that they still will always think of you as this baby. And it requires a conversation where you explain to them, you snap them out of the reality. You say, Mom, I'm not a kid anymore. I don't want you involved in my love life. I'm a grown woman. I know I'm at the beginning of being
I was just worried about your safety. I just want to see who you're with.
Worry. I don't need that.
I know, but I just, I just want to know.
Yeah.
My finger slipped on the
I understand.
Facebook.
But I understand. And now that happened, I'm glad that it happened, Mom, because it made me realize I need to have a real conversation with you about boundaries. You can't do that kind of thing anymore, and I need you to take a step back out of my love life. I love you, but I don't need you involved in my love life. I'll introduce you to my boyfriend when I'm ready.
Damn, see what's crazy
I'm
about
into
that?
Anal. College anal, big state anal.
What's crazy about that is that you really do have good boundaries, and you would say that. I would not be able to say that.
But you have to shock your parents into the realization that you are no longer the child they raised, but you are the adult that child has become. And that it's not her fault, it's not your mom's fault. I mean, these boundaries are psychotic. Obviously, it was not a slip of the thumb. That's bullshit, But I think that you don't have to be harsh. You just have to be real. You just have to tell your mom it made you uncomfortable. She went too far, and she can't do that again. It's so simple. Man,
All
I
right.
feel like I've really nailed it.
Okay. Dear Moshe and Natasha, I'm needing some advice around my in-laws and money. My husband is an only child, and his parents, although sweet people, are not good with money. They don't save, they don't talk or share their finances with each other. They love shopping, giving, and getting gifts. Recently, my husband shared that he feels anxious when his mom calls because she's always asking him for money for life things. Car insurance, new glasses, etc. So that kind of sounds like you're going to have to do the same thing.
I was just thinking that this is the kind of adult parental relationship that you wind up with when you never have a hard conversation with your parents as a young person. Jimmy Carr, I saw some clip of him the other day, said hard decisions now for easy times later. You have a hard conversation now, and then you don't have to be 45 years old telling your mom you're not going to buy her new underwear.
Okay, wait, this goes on though. Let's find out exactly what's happening. He said she calls about every other week to ask for something. My husband tries to set boundaries, you have to do it, and has told his parents he can't bankroll them, but also feels guilty, angry, resentful when they guilt trip him. His parents are not retired and barely make ends meet. This is hard for me because I grew up in a culture where the life expectation is that you help your elders, but I'm also annoyed that my in-laws don't have their shit together and expect my husband to pay for everything when we're in town visiting and buy them nice gifts for birthday and holidays. Side note, I'm also holding a little grudge at them for not offering to help or even buying us a wedding gift when we got married. I'm trying to let that go because I know they're broke. It's also tough for me because my immigrant parents are the complete opposite. They're really good with money. They taught me finance literacy and have even offered to loan us some money toward a down payment of a house. I talked to my husband about the possibility of putting a yearly allowance away, $500 to $1,000, and letting them know that's all he can give them. So $1,000. That's interesting. For context, we both have okay paying jobs but are not wealthy. We live in an expensive area of California, are saving up to buy a house, and we're also trying to have a baby. Any advice you can give around how to set better boundaries with his parents around money?
Well, I do.
Moshe, take it away.
I do.
Mr. Boundary.
Well, I mean, I just kept thinking of the same thing over and over again. It's a conversation we've had so many times. It's you don't need advice on how to set better boundaries with your parents. You need advice on how to get your husband to do the dirty work of actually enforcing those boundaries. It's setting boundaries is the most easy thing in the world. It's actually enforcing them and living up to them that's incredibly difficult. You set a boundary with your mom. You say, Mom, I can't do this for you anymore. Then she calls and she makes you feel guilty and you immediately abdicate the position you had before. I do have advice, and I think it's that you guys have to do this with a third party. You have to talk with your husband with a therapist and get your husband to agree with the therapist that he is going to set these boundaries. Now, maybe it's not really fully your business whether, like, what I have realized about boundaries is that some people, like, for example, you have someone in your life that setting boundaries doesn't exactly make total sense, because sending this person $200 or $300 a year gets them out of an acute situation of crisis, and you're never gonna like learn him a lesson and he's gonna, you know what I'm saying?
So you're kind of against the $1,000 in a savings account that they can access whenever, because it does kind of seem like the wrong message.
I'm not even saying that. I'm saying that first of all, when you make a boundary, you have to decide if you even want to make the boundary. For some people, they're just like, listen, this is my mom. I'm not going to set that boundary. It's not financially prohibitive. I don't know the situation, but I have a feeling that them asking you for new glasses and stuff isn't the reason that you are or are not going to be able to buy a house. I could be wrong about that. And I do think that as time goes on, people like this start to ask for a little more and a little more and a little more, and the problem grows.
And then they also get retired.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
They bring in zero money.
And they get weird. When your parents retire, they get a little bit weirder. And so they'll start asking for more and more. So the first question we have to figure out, AB, if that is your real name, is your partner even willing to set boundaries with his family? If he is, it would be nice, I think, to call in. And by the way, I'm a big proponent of this. Get a couples therapist for a one-off. You don't need to commit to a full therapeutic analysis.
You think couples therapists are down for that?
Absolutely. Hey, I want to do like a 2-session meeting where we talk about this one issue because I want to get some clarity around financial boundaries with my husband's family, and I want to have a third party there to witness it. And I think that's a really simple thing to do. You don't have to go through the rigor if you can't afford it or aren't ready to jump into real analysis. You go, look, I want to talk about money. I want there to be a third. You know what? Hell, bring them on the podcast. We'll do it for free.
Do you think we're teaching our child financial literacy?
I was thinking that when she wrote,
I think no, if that's the first time I've ever heard that.
You did read it as finance literacy, so yeah.
Is that what she said? Financial literacy?
I didn't get any of that growing up.
Me neither.
I definitely didn't. I wasn't modeled good behavior financially or how to balance a check. I grew up fucking broke, so there was nothing to balance. But even broke people scrape and scratch and, balance their checkbook and save, and I didn't have any of that shit.
I know, like how we've set up chores is like our kid has like a few things she has to do, and then every other week she kind of begs us for $20, it seems like.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's...
Actually, AB, could you call us and help us set better boundaries with our daughter around money?
Well, I don't really... But maybe that's okay if she's feeding the dogs and doing her chores.
Well, I think that...
It just feels very like... I don't really have a handle on it.
This is why I say it's so easy to set boundaries and so difficult to enforce them, because I do that with my daughter all the time. I'm like, okay, new leaf, this is the new thing. And then I get lazy and I don't want to do the work that it takes to actually do it. Your husband, to set this boundary, is actually going to have a really difficult conversation with his mom. I mean, imagine, AB, him calling it. By the way, stop comparing his parents to your parents.
Yeah.
They'll never be like your parents. They won't. You got lucky in that regard. I'm sure you got unlucky in other regards. I'm sure there are things that your parents do that are deficient and things that his parents do that are better. But you got the financial lucky family, and you're lucky because some couples don't have people that can loan the money on either side of the family. So no more comparisons. Compare and despair.
Maybe they'll be good with your baby, and you could get some free childcare out of them.
Exactly. Although I'm kind of getting the feeling that's not going to happen with these two. So, if he says, okay, yeah, you know what? The $500 to $1,000 a year makes sense to me. Let's say you guys come to that agreement. He's going to have to call his parents, have a very uncomfortable conversation where he says, I'm giving you an allowance. I mean, this is the same conversation as before. I'm flipping the dynamics with you. I am now your parent. I will give you an allowance. It's $1,000 a year. They're going to be very uncomfortable and embarrassed. And then eventually they'll either accept it or it will end their relationship. Then he's going to have to deal with the actual work of setting a boundary, which is they're going to call right after they spend the $1,000.
Yeah.
And they're going to say, our lights went out. Oh, I don't have my denture cream. Oh, our water bill. And
but in some families, aren't you supposed to take care of your elders?
Well, that's what I'm saying. You have to figure out if he's even willing. There's a part there. He might not see this as the same alarm that you do.
Feels very American to like be like, I'm not helping my family.
I will point out that this is the immigrant's child that is saying, I will not, you need to stop helping your family. So I don't know. I don't know if we can reduce it to that. But yeah, there are certainly some families and some cultures where it's like, no matter what.
Well, my parents have never asked me for money.
My parents have never asked me for money either, but they have violated my autonomy and boundaries in many other ways, and I've had to have conversations with them about it. But it's difficult because they're going to keep coming because these are long-worn communication pathways. It's going to take work. Hey, Tosh.
Yes.
I've noticed that you have a lot more mastery in a lot more topics these days. What's going on with you?
Listen, I have taken the advice of all of the rich people.
Some of the greatest minds.
This is what they say.
Master class.
No, they say learn something new every day.
Master class.
And that's why master class really does help me, because I can continue to learn, and it's awesome.
Master class is one of the greatest ways to get the secrets of the top, the best of the best. And Natasha is a real aficionado.
Well, I never got a mentor.
And now you can get a mentor right in your living room. You can add improv to your daily life with Amy Poehler. You can develop your singular voice with Mindy Kaling and learn to tell a story that persuades people with Michael Lewis. These classes make a difference. 3 in 4 surveyed members felt inspired every time they watch a masterclass. Are you feeling inspired?
For sure. And there are so many. I mean, you really have to decide what you want to focus on. And they have the best person who's ever done that thing teaching you a 7-part series on it. And there's nothing like gaining a fresh perspective from experts who've seen it all and have the wisdom to prove it.
Every new membership comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk. Masterclass is one of those ideas that somebody had where you're like, oh, yeah, that is a great idea, and everybody could benefit from it. Right now, our listeners can get an additional 15% off any membership at masterclass.com/honeymoon.
That's 15% off at masterclass.com/honeymoon. Masterclass.com/honeymoon.
Hey, Tosh.
Yeah, Moshe.
I am looking for some cashmere.
Ooh.
I wonder if you have a suggestion of where I could find some.
How about you go to Quince?
I'll go to Quince.
You
What's
should.
Quince? Tell me more.
Quince is, well, I learned about them from this podcast, but now they're my go-to for sheets, for sweaters, for any kind of silk that I want, because the materials are just like the materials that rich people buy.
Right.
Because I've always spent my whole life just getting the cheapest thing that looks good. But now I want a cheap thing that also feels good.
Well, I wouldn't say it's cheap, but I will say by partnering directly with ethical top-tier factories and cutting out the middleman, Quince has cut them out and has delivered luxury quality pieces at half the price of similar brands. Half the price.
And you can even just get some staples. You get these basics and you mix them in with the rest of your clothes, and all of a sudden you've got cashmere, silk. The sheets I love. They look great.
They got denim. They got cashmere. They got silks. Keep it classic and cozy this fall with long-lasting staples from Quince.
Go to quince.com/honeymoon for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/honeymoon to get free shipping and 365-day returns. I have great taste. I love a lot of this stuff. So it's approved by Legero.
Quince.com/honeymoon.
Quince.com/honeymoon.
Hi, Moshe and Natasha. My partner and I have been together for about 7 years, and I absolutely love them to death, although they have recently picked up this new hobby that I cannot stand. I don't want to say what it is. What the fuck? Don't write us then. Because I don't want
you to guess.
Because I don't want to yuck anyone's yum.
Ew.
Want you guys to guess, LOL. This is the most Gen Z coded letter we have ever received. But it might have to be one of the least sexy hobbies to ever exist. It requires special shoes. Are we talking bowling?
Yeah, or maybe, bowling, I guess.
Are we talking bowling here? It requires special shoes. It's very unsexy. Producers, what do we got? You say bowling? We're saying bowling. We're going bowling. Okay, we think yes, but we don't know for sure. We're thinking bowling. I genuinely feel so bad, but I'm afraid I've become less and less attracted to them ever since they started this hobby.
It's a bad outfit.
And my libido has been at an all-time low, which is why it's getting serious. I've expressed some of my feelings toward this activity before, but I don't want them to stop doing what they enjoy. I really do love them so much, and I'm genuinely just hoping that this is a phase for them that will eventually die out. How do I not be a dramatic bitch about this and also get my libido back? Thank you. Natasha, take it away. This one's got you written all over it.
I mean, is it really his bowling shirt that's making her not be able to fuck him?
Oh, I'm them, and I am smelling a rat for sure. I'm with you.
Oh, you agree. It's something
Big
else.
time. What? Oh, they put
You should think it's cute that they got like a hobby where they...
even a dorky hobby. What, really? You're trying to convince us and yourself that him put it, them, that they, that
Them putting on a bowling shirt.
Is that how it works? That them putting on a bowling shirt every Wednesday night and going out and bowling with the folk is making your pussy dry up? Are you like, that's it? That's all it took? If that's all it took was some bad shoes without grip on them, then your libido was gonna.
That bag carrying case is pretty bad though.
I mean, but what?
You're like walking around with like a bowling ball.
Is there a hobby I could have?
I don't think I would like that.
Is there a hobby I would have that would make your libido dry up completely?
Apart from the hobbies you already have?
That's what I'm saying.
Like DJing.
Yeah, you don't like
Here's
that.
a hobby that men should get.
Yeah.
Cooking.
I have that hobby.
It's not a hobby. You just cook for us.
Here's a hobby women should get.
What?
Eating ass. Once I cook it up, you chomp it down. That's what I've always said. No, but I mean, I'm with you. This just doesn't feel real to me. I mean, yeah, okay, it's a dorky hobby. You're exactly right. Why not think their dorky hobby is charming?
Yeah, I think it's cute. Well, here's the thing that she's not focusing on. If you really love this person, Moshe's hobbies are a little dorky, or like, I don't want to like bike to the beach with a surfboard and then like sit there and wait for you to like surf, or I don't really want to listen to you DJ. But the feeling you get after you do those things, you're in such a good mood. I love that for you.
Well, I think that you need to look away, get your own hobby, and find out if this relationship is actually suffering because of bowling shoes or if there's something deeper happening. And maybe you're a little checked out. Maybe it's been Wait a minute. It's been 7 years. These fucking Gen Z kids think just because they're from the generation where they're not going to even make it to the end of their life cycle before the sun blows up and they're choked out by toxic fumes, they think they're not subject to the same cliches that the rest of us are. You got the 7-year itch, dude. That's what this is. 7-year itch. It's classic. She's trying to couch it as a bowling issue, but in fact, it's a time issue. You got to find some ways to infuse that love and feeling back in your relationship, or maybe try to find a new lane to bowling.
Good one, Moshe.
A new lane. You know what I'm saying?
Bowling sounds hideous.
Right now, though, she looks at those shoes and her crotch is drier than your hands after you put it over one of those weird fans that's in the bowling ball return.
Honestly, your wrestling shoes laying around, like those are bad. But if you had bowling shoes, it's like laying around your tap shoes.
But they're for something. They're not supposed to be cool. They're for bowling. It's not like he's like they're coming into the bedroom wearing them. Although,
it's dorky.
How about that? I come into the bedroom, bowling shoes, naked, raging erection, and I say I'm about to do a 7-10 split on that ass.
All right, Moshe, let's read another one.
I can't believe you don't want to explore that imagery further.
Dear EHP, my best friend recently had a baby and I already have a 10-month-old. The problem is whenever she comes over, she never brings a diaper bag, wipes, bottles, nothing. That sounds like me. She just assumes I'll have everything on hand. And while I do still have some supplies, her baby's smaller than mine, so she'll ask for diapers in a size I haven't used in months. That means I either have to dig through storage or admit I don't have them. And then she acts annoyed. It's starting to feel like I'm her personal CVS, and it's stressing me out because I'm already barely keeping up with my own kid. Just tell her that. I want to be supportive, but how do I tell her she needs to bring her own baby gear without making her feel like a bad mom? You know what my take is?
What is it?
Just share your fucking butt paste.
Just share the paste.
Well, because it's like, it's so everyone handles motherhood in a different way. And like just the fact that you get to someone's house when you have a small baby is such a feat. I don't know.
But she's going to somebody else with a small baby. Does that change it at all? I think
mean,
you're
she
being
does-
wise and you're kind of right.
No, but she should. But then you start to be like, I really think you should carry wipes with you.
Well, okay, I feel you. It is funny because we've had these conversations before where you've been disappointed in yourself for like showing up to a thing without the wipe and without the cracker and without the
never
apple
had
slices.
snacks.
And I said one time we were talking about that, I go, you know what? We're never going to be snack parents. We're never going to be nailed it parents. What we are going to be is like cool parents that they can tell stories about later. We're the ones that are
I
doing.
hope we're a little more than that.
No, we're the ones that are doing. Well, we're great. We're supportive. We're loving, but we're never going to.
I'll get her to the thing, but her water bottle's going to be busted.
Almost everybody in my child's school is like, lives on a ranch and is like, oh, I make hand scratch marshmallows from scratch from the chickens in the yard. I take the egg whites and then I scratch up some, and I go, you know what? That's you get to artisan marshmallows when you don't have a job, and when you got a job and you got other shit you're doing, you get to model fun things to your kid in a different way. I don't got the marshmallows, but I got the guest star on The Pit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I told my daughter, and she was like, "What's The Pit?" And I said, "Well, it's an extremely graphic emergency room prestige drama on Max." And she said, what is any of those things? And so I sat her down.
And told her the history of Max?
No, I sat her down. I explained Max slightly. We logged in. I sat her down and we watched all 15 episodes of The Pit back to back while you were out of town. And she didn't like it. She was bored, but also traumatized and scared by some of the viscera. And now our child knows us better, and knows me better.
This is just a bit.
It's not a bit. It's real.
All right, let me ask you, though. Do you say something?
Okay. I'm kind of on your team, Team Natasha, but I think that the caveat, the thing that makes this a little obnoxious is that the mom is also dealing with her own kids. So it's like she's doing the feet too. But I think if you do say something, you might want to take Natasha's advice, which is just who cares? It's not going to last forever.
Like before she comes over, be like, okay, just so you know, I don't have any reminder, bring diapers in her size. Because like, who cares if you share your lotion? But like, yeah, I don't think you should. That's your boundary. Don't dig through storage trying to find the diapers.
Yeah. Okay. So this is perfect. I was thinking about this while you were saying that people with resentments, they pretend they're having this one resentment, but actually they're having another, right? So she's saying like, oh, I don't want to have to dig through this stuff. And it's actually kind of a pain because, I'm barely keeping. In reality, she's also just resentful generally at her friend for being such a scatterbrain and just assuming that she will have everything on hand. So there's like the surface resentment, which is the practical realities, and then there's the inconsiderateness of this person just presuming that she will provide for her when she's barely able to provide for her own kid. But I think you work through that. And then you take the anger out of it and you won't have to write a letter that makes her feel like a bad mom.
No, you just do a funny little text.
Exactly.
Don't forget size 00. I don't know how little baby diapers are.
Hey, I'm running super low on supplies this time, so you're going to have to bring your own, babe.
Or you could, here would be a good something to play with her. You could be like, any chance you could stop at CVS and get some hand sanitizer? I'm out.
Yeah.
Or whatever the thing is she uses a lot.
Oh, that reminds me. I'm low on everything, so you might want to bring your own supplies this time because Mama's going broke. I mean, just keep
But
it
she
simple.
said that her friend, so this is another thing, just not to keep going on this, but she said her friend was annoyed. That's kind of rude.
Wait, that means I either have to dig through storage or admit I don't have them, and then she acts annoyed. Mm-hmm. Well, that's pretty crazy, but if you want to give her the benefit of the doubt, maybe she's not annoyed. Maybe she's flustered and overwhelmed. And maybe you can give her the opportunity of not getting overwhelmed. The next time she comes over, say, can't wait to see you. Just a reminder, you might want to bring a bunch of your own stuff because I'm running super low on everything. Simple.
I don't know about that one.
Well, what would you do?
I'm running super low on everything. That feels a little bit like...
Okay, then go more direct. Hey, can't wait to see you. Would you mind bringing your own supplies this time? Because, what's the because?
This is why I always get in trouble because I'll say one thing and I'll think everything else is implied and then it's not implied.
That's why I'm such a big proponent of saying everything. Say it directly. Hey, can't wait to see you. If you wouldn't mind, you know what? I realize there doesn't need to be a because. Hey, can't wait to see you. Looking forward to seeing little baby Bubba or whatever his name is. Would you mind bringing your own supplies this time? Boom. You don't need. Well, what? Well, what?
The friend's gonna be like, okay? Question mark.
And then you go, okay, cool. See you soon. What do you mean? What? She's gonna be able to? Oh, you want me to bring my own supplies to wipe my own baby's ass? I wanted to use your ass wipers. I mean, what can she say, really? I mean,
Okay. How about this? How about this? Would you? Any way you can bring me some wipes?
No, that doesn't make any sense because then she'll bring her the wipes and she'll forget everything else.
Right.
All right, hold on. I feel like we're almost close to it. She's just got to be real. Hey, can't wait to see you. To be honest, I'm feeling a little frazzled sometimes when with all the supplies. Can you bring your own this time? How about that?
How about that? But then end with, I have lunch. Or,
I'll make lunch.
I have lemonade.
That's great.
Something, or I'll make tea.
Let's do Molly. Something like that. Let's do Molly.
All right.
By
well,
the way,
listen.
speaking of Molly, Natasha asked me today if I'd be interested in doing an MDMA connection piece with her. Is that
Did
private?
you want to take it straight to the podcast, Moshe?
I don't know. Thought it'd be fun content. We can cut it out. Let's cut it out. You know what?
Hey,
We don't need
no,
to talk
actually,
about
I'd like to know what people think. You've been sober
I mean, we've asked this question too many times on the podcast
for
at this
MDMA,
point, but I've never done an MDMA. I've never considered the possibility of doing a couple's intimacy. Would we do eye gazing and lovemaking, or what's the idea with it?
I don't know.
You know, by the way, that MDMA's original clinical therapeutic use was for couples to find a way to increase intimacy, and it worked incredibly, but it was always with a clinician. And the person that had recommended it to Natasha, I was like, do they do it with like a therapist there, or they just like
they just go to a nice hotel?
They go to a Dead Mouse concert and just drop 2 tabs. Anyway, I'm not opposed to the idea. We'll see what happens. Yeah, wait, maybe on my 40th birthday.
How about next year instead of Burning Man?
How about I'm gonna go to Burning Man next year. How about on my 40 when I turn 40?
You're 47.
I'm not 47. You always add a year. It drives me.
You're 46?
Yes, dude. Yes.
Okay, that seems younger.
It is younger. It's a year younger.
But 47 feels like, whoa, you're basically 50. 46, that's respectable.
You're still 40.
You're still 40.
That's what I'm saying. When I turn 40, I'm
when
40.
are you 40? When you're 50?
When you're 50, you're 50.
Okay.
When you're 46, you're 40. When you're 40, you're 30.
Well, I'm 51, but whenever I say I'm 50, our daughter's like, Mom, you're 51.
Oh,
and then
she
like
tries to correct you on
put
it?
stickers on my
By the way,
suitcase that say 51. She's like, because people should know my age.
I had a great moment last night. We were binge watching couples therapy, as we do. If you're listening to this podcast and you don't watch couples therapy, I don't know.
You just want to fuck that woman.
Exactly. I like every other man and maybe woman
She's
watching
a lesbian.
couples therapy is having a transference horny love affair for the host of couples therapy.
For
the couples,
Orna?
For Orna. And everybody, I mean, it's almost hacky at this point. If you talk to somebody that watches couples therapy, they go, I kind of feel like maybe I am attracted to Orna. It's like, yeah, we all are. We all are. The world is. And then we looked
Honey,
her
I don't
up.
think everyone
Yes,
feels that way.
Absolutely everyone feels that way.
Oh my
Write
God.
in. Let us know. Gen Z lady that doesn't like their non-binary bowling friend. I bet you're pretty hot for Orna. I bet your libido starts juicing up when you watch couples therapy. Anyway, we looked her up. We're trying to figure out if she had a husband or not. And guess what? She's 61. She's 61 and she is looking bangerific, dude. She's looking fine, dude. And I was like, yes, man. That because you're on that beauty level for sure. You know, you're on that gonna be 61 and it's gonna be popping.
Ooh, I have an idea. When I turn 60, why don't I get big tits?
Actually, when you turn 60, maybe you should get the Botox lip.
I don't want that, but why not have D's?
Interesting.
I spent my whole life with small B's.
And a labiaplasty. I'm just throwing stuff out there. Would that appeal to you at 61 to get big honkers?
No, but it does seem like it would be fun because it would make people
look at you all of a sudden.
You'd get your beauty back because you'd get.
That's so depressing.
Because you would. Well, I've never been looked at for my tits, so then
you don't know what that'll even feel like.
Yeah, like I could just get big boob because Orna has big tits, Moshe. That's
maybe
part of
when
it.
I don't know. Does she?
I think so.
Maybe when I'm 60, I'll finally get the dong enlargement. I've been a micro dick dude for a long time, and I've been doing well with it. But it's like, what if it was average sized? That'd be a crazy reality. I've never gotten attention in that way before. What if it was average? It's crazy. All right. Should we do one more letter? Or should we just call it a day? We could call it a day, brother.
Let's call it a day.
All right, let's call it a day. Natasha's getting fake tits at 60. I'm getting silicone implants that I find on Craigslist in Miami on my dong. I'm going to get a BBL for now, and I will and our new robot vacuum will arrive on Thursday.
Love it.
Reviews TBD. To all of you out there, we cannot wait to talk to you again. Natasha, to you,
Do I what?
I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
Please note that this episode may contain paid endorsements and advertisements for products and services. Individuals on the show may have a direct or indirect financial interest in products or services referred to in this episode.